The bull run is confirmed with Larry Fink and institutions set to absolutely send it, while others are talking about a 50% drop. People are feeling fear. We'll dive into that. The Bitcoin marketing team, they are going next level. And we're not even at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin fees, obviously, they're sky high. Happy HODL day. That is today. The Fed has a mandate to manipulate your lives. And I'm not even kidding here. And not only is inflation your fault, they're now blaming it on the weather. Check this out. Everybody wants a Bitcoin spot ETF. ARK Invest, Franklin Templeton, Invesco, Pando Asset, Wisdom Tree, Blackrock, Grayscale, Hashdex, GlobalX, Valkyrie, VanEck, Fidelity, and Bitwise. And then we see this. Bitcoin is at 41K and there's fear on my timeline. BlackRock, Fidelity, and Franklin Templeton are about to pump more money into Bitcoin ads than most nations spend on defense. They are about to sigh up the masses into their spot ETFs. By the time they're done, people will be buying Bitcoin to save the planet. They'll be gluing themselves to highways to protest against no-coiners. And people think we've topped. Keep calm and enjoy Christmas. That is the messaging. That's what you need to take away from this. Check this out, and then we'll jump into this amazing ad that's jumped out. But Grayscale CEO, the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF will allow 30 trillion in advised wealth to participate in the Bitcoin market. It's 1 minute. Let's get into it.
65,000, 100,000. I don't know what you think it is in the cards, but what do you think it's already in the asset right now? If you want to call it an asset, is it already there? Once it happens, do you expect it to go to new highs, or it just seems like we've already paid a lot of it forward with the move we saw from, I mean, it was as low as 17,000 last.
It was. Were you stacking at 17,000, or did you miss that boat? It's at 40-odd thousand, 41,000 at the moment. We'll jump into the price. Are you stacking here, or are you going to miss this boat as well? Have you got into your one Bitcoin?
This year.
Sure. Well, you know, Joe, I'm not one to make price predictions, but I do think
I'm not one to make price predictions, but anytime somebody says the word but, they just negate everything they said before. Listen to this.
there is a lot of optimism again in the market. I think a lot of investors are adding Bitcoin to their portfolios. And when we look ahead to the hopeful approval for spot Bitcoin ETFs, it really is going to unlock the opportunity to a part of the investment community that, for better or worse, but I would say for worse, has unfortunately been locked out of the opportunity to participate in having Bitcoin exposure in their portfolios. So we're really talking about the advised market here in the U.S., which is today about $30 trillion worth of advised wealth that we hope the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs, the uplisting of GBTC, will allow for that opportunity and for those investors to partake in it as well.
30 trill, baby, is on its way. Am I being serious? Absolutely, I am. And then just in Suriname's Ministry of Foreign Affairs announces they're putting together a working group to review the Bitcoin strategy proposal delivered by Jan 3. I need to find this full ad here. I know Robin's got it up by Bizwise. Absolutely amazing. This is the full ad if you haven't seen it. I know the 13 and the 15 seconds going round, but this is absolutely ludicrous. And it hasn't even been approved yet. Are you ready?
You know what's interesting these days? Bitcoin.
Cut. What if we get him?
Smooth.
You know what's interesting these days? Bitcoin.
Bloody oath, brother.
Look for Bitwise, my friends.
How amazing is that? Apart from having crypto specialists, if they wrote Bitcoin specialist in there, is the ETF a good thing? Hell no. Hold the real thing in cold storage, in self-custody, be self-sovereign. Absolutely amazing times. We will dive into it. Smash the like button. Block height 821,819. Exchange 41,710 sats per dollar. They keep going down over a long enough time frame. Only 2,397 if you're stacking at 2,400 or higher. An absolute goat. If you're stacking above 2,000, you're an absolute goat. Make the most of it. The mempool is clogged up with inscriptions. Look at that, 293,525 unconfirmed transactions, and it keeps ticking up. We can see it there. Last block reward 8.0352, fees 1.7852, has come down a little bit from the weekend, is absolutely high. Some people getting fees as high as 7 Bitcoin. The next halving, check out that number there, 18,181. Look how Bitcoin just aligns. Now, Gandalf, the wizard. I need to look a little bit more into Gandalf being a wizard. But anyway, I've paid high fees to move Bitcoin on-chain, worth every, I won't swear today, maybe, but worth every fluffin' penny to have an asset that I self-custody and move as I wish without anyone's permission. If you're crying about high fees, perhaps you do not value Bitcoin appropriately. They have come down a little bit. Make the most of it. Do UTXO management. You need to jump over to BTC sessions on YouTube for UTXO self-sovereign with your wallets, or reach out to the Bitcoin Way. Not sponsored. Go for it. If you need help there with your Bitcoin security, regardless, make the most of it while it's still cheap, because we may even see triple-digit fees coming this bull run. So happy HODL day, ladies and gentlemen. You made it. Exactly 10 years ago, the term HODL was born in a drunken rant that turned into a rally cry for the Bitcoin revolution. I am hodling. Happy HODL day. This bloody, what a hilarious post. This is a little bit funny. I typed D, that title, twice because I knew it was wrong the first time. Still wrong. Whatever. Girlfriend's out at a lesbian bar. Bitcoin crash, and why am I holding? I'll tell you why. It's because I'm a bad trader, and I know I'm a bad trader. Yeah, you good traders can spot the highs and the lows. Pit, paff, piffy, wing, wong, wang, just like that, and make $1 million. Sure, no problem, bro. Likewise, the weekend, like, oh no, it's going down, I'm gonna sell, hee. And then they're like, oh my God, my asshole. When the smart traders who know what the fuck they're doing buy back in. But you know what? I'm not part of that group. When the traders, I should have sold. I should have sold moments before every sell and bought moments before every buy. But you know what? Nobody is as cool as you. You only sell in a bear market if you're a good day trader or an illusions noob. The people in between hold. In a zero-sum game such as this, traders can only take your money if you sell. So I've had some whiskey. Actually, on the bottle, it's spelt whiskey. Whatever, sue me, but only if it's payable in Bitcoin. What a bloody goat, eh? What an absolute legend. The guy that created HODL, his girlfriend out at a lesbian bar, but whatever. We need to keep going on. So 50% drawdown from here. If you disagree, smash the like. If you agree, smash the dislike button. Reject. The Bitcoin price could easily drop 50% from here. I don't think it's likely, but nobody knows for sure. That's a fact. I don't think it's likely either. Anything is possible. Is it probable? Probably not. Doesn't change my thought, though. Bitcoin will be worth a lot more in 10 years than it's worth today. Are you looking just to get rich quick? Well, maybe buy some gold. No, I'm kidding. Don't buy some gold because it's full of bloody tungsten. Trust gold, they say. No, trust Bitcoin instead. Isn't that insane? Isn't that absolutely insane? Real picture, not making it up. We saw that one there. Thank you very much. Just a shout out to Seb Bunny, who's created a new book here. But 4 words: separate money from state. This is why Bitcoin is so important now more than ever. I will join everyone in the chat shortly. We'll save questions and answers till then. If you've got any questions, put a Q in front of it. But 4 words. Hospitals spend $1,200 on compliance every time a patient is admitted. Can you imagine if this money went towards treating patients instead? If you follow this issue to its root, I'm sure you can guess where it all begins. Central banking. Absolutely insane. We won't go into the whole thread there, but I'll repost it at Sean Clark 911 for you there on Twitter. Now, Cans, I just want to shout out to Daz B, the author of Beers for Bitcoin. He is up in Cairns. It's absolutely insane. They're rescuing cows out of the river. You know, this big tropical cyclone, like a hurricane over on that opposite side of the world. But the force of nature, hey, it reminds us that there are more important things than making money. Once you've got your money, sort of true money, Bitcoin, you're stacked, you're HODL, you can chill. It's all good, but that does not take away from when Mother Nature smites us human beings, and we do need to stay humble. So hard to capture the volume of water on video, but I'm walking and I could feel the ground shaking amidst a deafening roar. An unprecedented 6 foot of rain fell on the catchment over the past few days. This is massive. This is a huge torrent of water. A lot of Cairns is underwater. Roads are cut off. The airport, no aeroplanes in and out. Hopefully they've gotten their water situation sorted today. But just listen to this. I know it's not Bitcoin related, but we need to have compassion and humility for a while. But just the power of nature, wow.
Absolutely torrential rain, 5 days, 6 feet in the catchment, and it's all heading to Cairns.
That's absolutely insane, hey? It's hard. Like, I watched mainstream news yesterday to find out a little bit more. Oh my God, what a mistake. I've not done that. This is the first TV I've owned in like 15 years. And I bought it to show you the big red buy button. You can see that there. You push it. Absolutely insane. But anyway, I was listening to mainstream news for the first time. Like, I chose to watch a full episode. I think it was like 15 minutes. I watched 4 minutes and my mind was full of so much junk. So, here I'll always try to get you the news with the fast facts, but not sure if it's as bad as what they're saying. It does look pretty bad out there. So be humble, do something nice for friends and family out there if you've got the capacity. And that's what Bitcoin allows you to do, is to be able to have the power to be a capital allocator, to be able to do good things in the world. It's more important now than ever. And we are seeing, imagine Cairns does have hydroelectric, but it's private, as a private corporation. But all that water, imagine if they were using that for Bitcoin miners. They're not at the moment. Daz is working on that to be able to orange pill on energy, the big energy provider. But a new study by Cornell University researchers find Bitcoin mining could support renewable energy development. Bitcoin could support renewable energy development. A new study calculated renewable energy projects. Let me flip over. Potential to profit from Bitcoin mining during the pre-commercial development phase when a wind or solar farm is generating electricity but has not yet been integrated into the grid. Absolutely insane. We're just going to see more and more and more and more of this. And we covered that at the start. People will be taping themselves to the road against no coiners. So those same people who want to print 130 trillion to solve climate change are the ones blaming climate change for inflation. The rise in climate-related disasters make it harder to forecast inflation accurately. Big shout out to Luke Mikic there and Nico Bitvolt. They just blamed inflation on the weather. European Central Bank, isn't this insane? It's your fault for inflation. It's the weather's fault for inflation. Bloody hell, it's the central banks around the world's fault for inflation. Why do they not want to miss it? We saw the ex-governor of the European Central Bank say they were responsible, but the people in power at the moment will not take that stance. Ludicrous. The rise in climate-related disasters make it harder to forecast inflation accurately. This means we face more challenges when deciding on monetary policy. What the fluff? Read the ECB blog to learn how climate change affects our work as a central bank. Oh my God, the propaganda, the psyop that's going on there. Now, huge respect to Sam Callahan here. During financial crisis, and this is how the Fed absolutely controls you. During financial crisis, Fed officials throw the law out the window and make up their own rules, which are laid out in a rule book they create, nicknamed the Doomsday Book. Bloody hell, even the name of it, hey? Instead of adhering strictly to clear legislative boundaries to justify its actions during financial crisis, the central bank appears to ground many of its decisions in the New York Fed's belief in the Fed's discretionary authority. It relies on precedent for many of its actions without explicit congressional authorization in some instances. This approach implies that establishing clear legislative boundaries for the Fed might be a futile endeavor. Resistance is futile against the Fed because the central bank, or at least the legal team at its dominant member bank, apparently believes it can rely on precedent to justify virtually any emergency action. Bloody hell. bloody hell, this is actual facts. This is what they're saying. This is ludicrous. The Fed is a rogue institution that disregards its own legal authority whenever it suits them under the guise of saving the economy from financial crises that are often of their own making. This is bloody in the Wall Street Journal as well. It's amazing how people are going pro Bitcoin and against the central banks on a very large scale. It is interesting. And another thing that's really interesting was Sailor orange pilling Jeff Bezos this weekend. So been a quite a year for Lauren Sanchez. She got engaged to Amazon boss Jeff Bezos and also scored a feature in Vogue. Good on her. The future second Miss Bezos celebrated her birthday in style over the weekend, dancing on tables. Cool. But check out the guest list. Seaside Spies say Sanchez Bezos, movie producer Brian Glaze, and media mogul David Geffen, IAC honcho Barry Diller, and MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor was spotted at the Cheek beachside eatery in the port of Gustavia on Friday night for the bash. Saylor was there. Of course, they're talking about Bitcoin as Jeff Bezos bloody runs Amazon. Oh my God. If he is about to get orange pilled, obviously he knows about it, but if he's got Saylor in his year, get ready for some very exciting times. If you're feeling the fear, the red button, a 50% drop, maybe, but bloody hell, how does it happen with all those ETFs, the halving, the money printer just set to go, stack and chill, follow your plan. If you've got your stack, you see the red buttons. The reason why I keep saying push the red button is because we're going to get $10,000, $20,000 days to the up and the downside. Be prepared, enjoy them. It's just part of the process. Are you looking 5, 10 years out? It is all good. Now, this was from the weekend a couple of days ago, but Bitcoin News, total Bitcoin miner revenue yesterday set a new high for this epoch, 20 to 24, reaching 1,510 Bitcoin. Wow. Absolutely wow. Smashing it. If you want to tell me Bitcoin is a scam, I'm happy to debate you, but first, prove that your bank is solvent, your pension is fully funded, your country can service its debt. Oh, wait, well said. Only 6.8% are left. Now, today is the 10th anniversary of the Bitcoin HODL meme, HODL on, and shout out. I do have a discount link for you, G'day, in the description if you want to rock up at Christmas with some nice Bitcoin stuff and just not even say anything. Just sit there, be like, the balls are big, we know what's happening, big dick swinging contest. You don't even need to say anything. Just sit there like this and somebody's going to be like, isn't Bitcoin a scam? You're out of your mind. And then just bang, you get them. Anyway, we'll carry on if you want it there. One other side thing, use or not, I don't care. If you need a Bitcoin only exchange, Amber app is down below. Whoever you use, whatever you use, make sure it's Bitcoin only, please. At least do that and then put it into self-storage, self-custody, yeah? Cold storage. And happy HODL day. HODL there. So that's FOMO 21. Bitcoin fees hit a 20-month high as miner revenues match 69 Bitcoin price. Love the number 69. You know why. If you've been following this channel, it's nothing sick, nothing twisted. 369 are the numbers of the universe. Bitcoin miners, according to Nikola Tesla, not making this up. And Bitcoin's pure math, pure energy. I will jump into the chat shortly. Smash a like button. Good to have 111 people watching live. See, everything is absolutely perfect. How's it getting better? It always will get better. Make the most of these red days. Bitcoin miners are the main beneficiaries of current sky-high transaction fees. Data shows, but many long-time market participants have little time for complaints. If you're complaining, get ready, buckle in. The fee is going to get high. Do your UTXO management again. Bitcoin sessions on YouTube. Bitcoin on-chain transaction fees are divided in opinion as the cost of sending Bitcoin skyrockets. I do plan on having Ben from Bitcoin Sessions on here, whether he knows it or not, someone I highly respect, and I'll keep recommending his channel. That's the place you need to go for anything wallet related. Just jump over to BTC Sessions after the stream. While you're on the stream, hit subscribe if you haven't already, if we vibe. Now, data from the statistics resource resource BitInfo charts put the average transaction fees at nearly 40 odd bucks December 17. They are high, the highest since April 2021 averaged. And a couple of things here. While many are angry at the impact of ordinals on fees, people are railing against the wizards, the magical wizards. Popular Bitcoin figures argue that double-digit transaction costs are merely a taste of things to come. Those wanting to shield themselves need to embrace so-called layer 2 solutions such as the Lightning Network. Again, BTC sessions, which is specifically designed to cater to mass adoption. Fees are currently artificially and temporarily high due to JPEG clownery. We talked about it the other day, and especially if you're a fucking shitcoiner holding a fucking monkey. Now we're getting this shit on Bitcoin. Should we stop it? No, it's a free market. Clowns will be clowns. They won't fucking stop it. That's just absolute delusion. If you are holding it, please study the books. If you're looking for a good book for Christmas, what a plug. Bitcoin Evangelism, absolutely amazing. I know some of you are reading it, leaving very positive reviews. Fantastic book. Thanks very much, Brian. Shitcoiners will be shitcoiners. We need to help them get the signal out there, understand that mind virus. Why do I get so passionate? Because I care. I went down that track and it takes so long to get out of that fucking crazy programming, the propaganda, as Morton is saying there. So scaling doesn't happen on layer 1. Popular commenter, Hodlnaut wrote, Hodlnaut's great to follow on Twitter as well. Continuing, Hodlnaut argued that demanding low fees for level 1 transaction is not just ignorant. It feeds into an attack on Bitcoin. I want to jump into an article by Michael, a couple of tweets by Adam back shortly in regards to this. Let the free market decide. It's, shitcoiners will be shitcoiners. Grayscale mulls over potential tax implications for spot Bitcoin ETF. It's just amazing. More and more and more. These are tweets that are going out. We've seen the ads that have started coming out. The Bitcoin ETF is not even out, and you're fucking horsing around. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not financial advice, but what is advice is study the fuck out of Bitcoin because it is absolutely about to skyrocket. Do we get this ETF January 5th to 10th? My opinion, yeah, we do. What happens if it doesn't happen? Fucking cheap sats, make the most of it. Matter of time. It is TikTok next block, ladies and gentlemen. So it's getting serious, actually really, really serious. I'll chill out. I'll calm down. I just want people to realize that this boat is setting to sail. You'll always get sats. Someone will always sell them, but at what price? The asset manager firm declares that the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust falls under the grantor trust structure for tax considerations. In a series of posts on X, Grayscale, it's funny, on X, formerly Twitter. How long does it take before X goes mainstream? Most of the time I say tweet. What do you do on X? Do you X out? I don't know. Do you put out X? I don't know. I don't know. What's the tweet on X now? Grayscale clarified that retail investors of the GBTC are not expected to incur? I don't know. Anyway, tax implications when the funds sell Bitcoin to generate cash for maiden share redemptions. Cash redemptions are grantor trusts and not taxable events for non-redeeming shareholders like retail investors. The post stayed while explaining its difference from mutual funds. Unlike mutual funds and many other ETFs, substantially all spot commodity ETFs, for example, gold that's full of fucking tungsten or paper traded. Anyway, they are structured to be grantor trust for tax purposes. We take that position. GBTC is properly treated as a grantor trust. More than likely will be. Market cap $1.62 trillion. All the shit coins are down deep where they deserve. They fucking need to go to zero anyway. If you're a shit coiner, please just study the books. You'll understand. You just need to put in hours. 10, 20, 50, 100. By there, you'll start to remove that mind virus. It's all you need to do. When you start getting into the thousands, absolutely amazing how deep you can dive into Bitcoin. Anyway, Bitcoin price, it's not a live update. I can refresh it for you. It's not really what I'm interested in. 41,672. Oh, the sats are going down. Bitcoin price is going up. In the last 24 hours, 42,134 with a low of 40,570. What's that, $1,600, $1,500 roughly? Get ready for $10,000, $20,000 candles both ways. We've seen this. 41,824. We'll refresh it. It's funny how they change a little bit. There we go. It's fucking going up more and more. Enjoy that big red button while it's there. We sort of covered Bitcoin ordinals as well, but just the windfall that they're giving to Bitcoin miners. Does this mean you should invest in Bitcoin miners? It's a leverage play on Bitcoin. Some of them will outperform, and they are outperforming Bitcoin. There's no doubt about it. I understand, but if you haven't got your wallet in Bitcoin, don't even think about it. Know what you're doing first, because some miners, you know, they can go up more. They can also go down more. Now, Adam Back states you can't stop monkeys. JPEGs on Bitcoin proposes block size increase to host inscriptions. I found this pretty interesting, Adam, to propose a block size increase. Obviously, the block size wars. Anyway, Adam Back, CEO of Blockstream and legendary cryptographer, has acknowledged that inscriptions media embedded directly on top of Bitcoin cannot be stopped, stating that any action focused on this will only prompt users to do it in worse ways. Instead, Back proposed adding a new blob of data to Bitcoin blocks dedicated to inscription purposes. Adam Back proposed block size increase to support the monkeys. Recognized fine ordinals inscriptions media embedded directly onto the Bitcoin blockchain is useless. A statement posted on X backstated that JPEGs images on Bitcoin were unstoppable and that any actions directed to stop them would only worsen the situation. Let me just have a drink for a moment and just enjoy this big red button. If we can bring it up behind me. Give me 2 secs. There we go. There's the big red button. Oh, don't drink tap water, ever. Buy water by the box. I just finished it. Australia's purest water. It's obviously water is full of really, really, really toxic chemicals, chlorine, fluoride. Look into it if you haven't already. Anyway, there's a life hack for you. Complaining will only make them do it, or don't do it. I don't care. It's your health. You're getting your well sorted. Get your health sorted. What is wealth without health? Anyway, complain will only make them do it more. Trying to stop them and they'll do it in way worse ways. The high fees drive adoption, a layer to enforce innovation. So relax and build things. Just relax and build things. Back has been critical of the Ordinals protocol and its purpose since its launch, calling it inefficient and stupid, prompting developers to use other solutions like IPFS to achieve the same objective. Scripters want unavoidable scarcity derived from Bitcoin mine and block space limits, and they want to pay less, not more. So a SegWit annex for another 4 MW space paid by miners with a higher discount than Taproot inscriptions. Back acknowledged this proposal would include a Bitcoin block size increase that would not be required for consensus. That's a good part, would not be required for consensus, and would also be used to save Bitcoin wallet related data. Very interesting. So I'm going to jump into the chat here. What I need to do is be able to embed it next to me. But g'day to everyone that has joined. Pat, Crypto21, Bitwise with the commercial, wasn't it good? Judah, blessings, bro. Hold and hodl. Happy hodl day into the forest. G'day, mate. Australian Bitcoin community, ABC. I'm ready. Joined. Pleasure to have you on board. Should it be the G'day crew, the G'day Bitcoin crew, whatever it is, drop us any questions, comments, any thoughts in regards to the bloody monkey pics. Anyway, Matt, good to see you. Native Hoddle, it is good to have you here. Jason Watson, g'day from the secret forest. Man, this guy is always in the secret forest, foraging, running around, living a good life, getting out and touching that grass, that nature out there. Find a beautiful place and get lost. John's channel, is there going to be a way to borrow your BTC? Of course, there already is a way to borrow against your BTC. Would I do it now? No. Do you want to leverage the world's hardest asset? Give it to somebody else in custody? Not at this stage. In my opinion, you do you. You can do it. Too many bulls. We've been here before. Massive dump to follow very soon. Unfortunately, I hope not, but that's reality. Possibly, and people are saying the ETF is priced in. There's like 1,000 people actually talking about it. The masses, like I really do not agree with that logic. We're seeing these infomercials, commercials pop up, the narrative changing for ESG. We've got the halving, money prints. Do we get a short-term correction? Fuck, anything's possible. But it's all good. Stack, chill, make the most of it. When it starts running, If you're priced out, you're waiting on the sidelines for a dip from here to 30K to 15K. Fuck, maybe you get it, maybe you get lucky. Do you want to rely on luck, or do you want to rely on your own self-determination? Carlos, unfortunately, I can't read that, but g'day AM, g'day Luke, g'day Simon, g'day fellow Bitcoiners. Say some prayers. I can find they will get to enough filthy fiat to get to 1 Bitcoin for my family. Send my well wishes there, Simon, to be able to get enough filthy fiat. We need to tell all people who come across to put a wallet app like Wallet of Satoshi on the phones and then send them £1, $1, etc. to their wallet to incentivize and show them how. Did you see that documentary I did in the States? It wasn't really a documentary, just a short film. Went through the distortion of the Fed, 100 years of control, and then I orange-pilled people with Wallet of Satoshi while you could still use it in the States and sent them 210,000 sats each, I think 0.00001% of the Bitcoin supply. Some of them are going to lose it. That's taken out of circulation forever. Other people, it's already gone up a lot from there. I think it was like 27,000 when I was doing that. What a beautiful price in Bitcoin today. I love it. Super G, Sup G, Yeol 369, got a like number 369. I'm so fiat poor now. It's funny, when you get into Bitcoin and you become wealthy, all you want to do is just stack your health, stack your wealth, and you don't need to show it on the outside. Anyway, you do you, I'll do me. G'day, Brendan. Keith, what do you think about my lays? Need to expand on that one. Crazy propaganda. I wish all those articles could get community noted. Milady. Joined. Gift and beef for Bitcoin for Christmas. Nice. Climate scam. Excuse to tax the F out of us. Always. They're just looking for any reason. Joined. Love your attitude today. More chilled, more calm, more collected. You Aussie talk fanny. You Aussie talk fanny. What do you think fanny means? Celdog, thanks very much. Celadog for the $5 USD. Next time, if you feel like doing a super chat, just pay it forward to someone I need at the stage. But I really appreciate, big shout out to you for doing it. Love the channel. Keep destroying shitcoins. You deserve many more subs. Hey, we'll just get the signal out there. If they vibe, fuck, they can subscribe. It's up to them. Shitcoiners, fucking do some research. Actually study Bitcoin. Bitcoiners, let's just get the signal out there. It's the world's hardest asset. And people are fucking horsing around, and we've got the largest institutions. Blackrock runs the world, literally. The largest private corporation, and the largest corporation in the world. They're only behind the US and China. And the US and China aren't, like, they can print their own money. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. It's ludicrous. And people are fighting, they're fearing that Bitcoin's at 41,000 and it may drop. Fuck, maybe. Just time, ladies and gentlemen. I thought we weren't swearing today. Mike, I didn't swear today. Okay, maybe. Maybe only in regards to the fucking shitcoiners. But I thought I did a pretty good job regardless. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure. If we vibe, hit subscribe, have a very beautiful day. Do something nice for friends, family, for some bloody random person. Humble the like button. I see central banks will hodl Bitcoin from 2025. They have been given the approval to have 2% of crypto on their balance sheets. I think it's 2025 or was a little bit later. I thought it was a little bit later. Regardless, it's coming. And they'll just print money to buy Bitcoin, and the dirty fiat inflation is going to continue to skyrocket because of the weather, due to the weather, not due to printing money in the slightest, but it is what it is. Get into the world's hardest asset. Beat these fuckers, these central banks. Go to war against them because they're absolute pricks. They lie, they distort reality. Change your reality. Live a life of truth. That is Bitcoin. Study Bitcoin. Have a beautiful day. Andy, good to see you last minute there. Stack sats. Bitcoin is the apex asset. Stack sats and chill. Be blessed. Peace.